Hi, boys and girls. Welcome. Today is Thursday, and we are doing lesson 18. So make sure that you have your textbook ready to start, but we're going to start reviewing our vocabulary sentences. So make sure that you're on page 352. Okay? So let's start. Ready? You learned a sentence that tells what the horses did, which is sentence number one. Everybody, say that sentence. Get ready. Awesome. So you read the horses became restless on the dangerous route. You also learned a sentence that tells what the scientists do not do. Everybody point the sentence to and read it. Get ready? Awesome. You should have read. Scientists do not ignore ordinary things. And here's the last sentence you learned. She actually repeated that careless mistake. Everybody say that sentence. Get ready. Very good. So what word means really? Get ready. Yes, actually. And what word means did something again? Get ready. Yes, repeated. What word means the opposite of careful? Get ready. Yes, careless. Once more, read sentence number 3. Get ready. Awesome. So that was it for our vocabulary sentences. Let's go back to lesson 18 and start our lesson. So I'm turning the textbook and we start. So, oh, look at that. Only one vocabulary column. So make sure that you're tracking, very important, and that you're reading and practicing the words with me. Okay, ready? Word 1. What word? Get ready. Yes, careless. Word 2. What word? Yes, gripping. Word 3. What word? Yes, stung. Word 4. What word? Yes, surface. Word 5. What word? Yes, current. Word 6. What word? Yes, drowned. Awesome job. Now look at find part B in your textbook, and you're going to read the next story about Umu and Nulak, right? But first, we're going to read the information passage. It gives some facts about drifting. So Ms. Gomez is going to read the information passage to you. You follow along, listen, and make sure you're answering the questions, okay? So everybody's finger should be on the first word. Ready? Well, let me start with the title. Facts about drifting. You're reading about an ice chunk that is drifting. Here are facts about how things drift in the ocean. Winds make things drift. Everybody say that fact about winds, starting with right here. Read it. Get ready. Awesome. I'm going to continue reading. If the wind blows hard, the wind will push things and make them move. The wind will make things move in the same direction the wind blows. Everybody, in which direction will you drift when you're in a big wind? Get ready. Yes, you should have said the same direction the wind blows. I'm going to continue reading. The picture shows wind blowing a cloud. Which direction is that wind coming from? Everybody, what's the answer? Get ready. Yes, if you look at the picture, the wind is coming from the south. In which direction is it moving? Get ready. Yes, it's moving north. So in which direction will it push things? Get ready. Yes, north. Touch the ice chunk Z. Everybody touch. Show me the direction the wind will make that ice chunk move. Show me by tracing the arrow. Get ready? Yes, you should have traced it. What direction? Get ready? Yes, south. Awesome. I'm going to continue reading right here. Let me move it up. Ocean currents are like great rivers of water within the ocean. Oh, sorry, I was right here, boys and girls. Ocean currents also make things drift. Everybody say that fact starting right here. Get ready? Yes, ocean currents also make things drift. Let me continue reading. Ocean currents are like great rivers of water within the ocean. An ocean current moves. If you are in an ocean current, you will move in the same direction the current moves. Everybody, in which direction will you move when you're in a current? Get ready. Yes, the same direction the ocean current moves. You are right. So now I'm going to continue reading. The picture shows two ocean currents, A and B. In which directions is ocean current A moving? So look at ocean current A. In which direction is it going to be moving, boys and girls? Get ready. Yes, south. I'm going to continue reading. In which direction is ocean current B moving? Look at B. What direction? Get ready. Yes, west. So touch the ice chunk in current A. Everybody should be touching just like Miss Gomez. Show me the direction it will drift if there is no wind. Touch the ice chunk in current B. Show me the direction it will drift if there is no wind. Yes, very good. Now, I'm going to continue reading. Down here, remember the facts about how things drift. Wind makes things drift. Currents make things drift. Something in the wind moves in the direction the wind is moving. Something in a current moves in the direction the current is moving. Okay? Now it's time to read our story. Find part C in your textbook. Right here. Make sure you find part C. The error limit for proofreading, well, for you on this case is 10. Make sure that at this moment you pause the video, you read it on your own, you practice, and then when you're ready for Miss Gomez to read it and ask you questions, you press play. Okay. At this point, you should have read the story on your own, and now I'm going to start reading the story to you. Ready? I'm going to start with the title. You're following along. It's very important, boys and girls, that you're following along just in case you need clarification on a word, or so you can be listening and we can answer the questions. Ready? Drifting on an ice chunk. Where are Umu and Ulok in our last story? Get ready. Yeah, they were on an ice chunk. Everybody, the wind is blowing from which direction? Do you remember? Get ready. East. In which direction is the wind blowing that ice chunk? Get ready. West. So if you remember in our last story for this picture, they were here coming from the east and the wind is blowing towards west. Okay, so I'm going to go back and we're going to start reading. Right here. The sun felt very warm as Umu and Ulok stood on the drifting chunk of ice. The flies and mosquitoes were thick near the shore, but when the ice drifted into the open water, the insects were not as thick. What does that mean? The insects were not as thick. Get ready? Yeah, just that there wasn't so many insects anymore. And the open waters where there is no ice. Everybody, were the insects thick near the shore or over the open water? Get ready? Yes, they were thick near the shore. I'm going to continue reading. Soon there were very few insects bothering Umu and her brother. What does that tell you about how far they were from the shore? Get ready? Yeah, that they were pretty far, right? Slowly the ice drifted west toward the other side of the C-shaped ice floe. Let's rock the ice, Ulok said, and began to jump up and down on one end of the ice chunk. Umu moved next to him and began to jump at the same time that Ulok jumped. The ice began to rock more and more, making waves and a great sloshing sound. The cold ocean water swirled and jumped, sometimes coming over the surface of the ice. So, boys and girls, why was the ocean water swirling and jumping? Get ready. Yeah, because Umu and Ulok were jumping right on the ice chunk and making it rock. So everybody pretend that your hand is the ice chunk. Show me what it was doing. Go. Yeah. So what was making the ice chunk do that? Get ready. Yes, kids jumping up and down on it, right? So everybody, does it sound like Umu and Ulok are having fun? Get ready. Yes, right? Well, let's continue reading. Umu was looking at the water, careful not to get too close to the edge of the ice chunk. She did not want to fall into the ocean. Suddenly, she noticed that the water turned dark, from a sparkling blue to a purple, and her shoulders were no longer warm. Everything looked darker. What happened to the color of the water? Get ready. Yeah, it got darker, right? What happened to her shoulders? Get ready. They got colder. What could make everything look darker? Get ready. Yeah, and also the sun going behind the clouds, right? Continue reading. She looked south to see the sun, but it was behind a cloud. The cloud was not the kind of cloud you see when the weather is nice. It was a low storm cloud, a fat cloud that had a bottom layer that looked almost green. So, tell me two things about the cloud that covered the sun. Get ready. Yeah, so anything like it was a low storm cloud, it looked fat, and it had a bottom layer that looked almost green. Just like here in the picture, if you see it, and the bottom layer that looks almost like green, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading. Um, and now Miss Coleman's lost her place because I was looking at the picture. Okay, so let me find it really quick. And right here. Sorry about that. Don't take your finger off the book. Okay, I'm going to continue reading. Umu knew about these clouds. Her father and the other men of the village had told many stories of the green clouds and how they brought winds that could sweep a boat out into the ocean. Why were these clouds dangerous? Get ready. Yeah, because it brought very strong winds, and because it could sweep a boat. Imagine a boat into the ocean. These winds could move it. So if the winds could sweep a boat out into the ocean, what do you think they could do to an ice chunk? Get ready. Yeah, right? They could sweep it out into the ocean as well. I'm going to continue reading. The men, we're going to flip the page. You should be flipping the page too with Miss Gomez. The men of the village told that anybody going into the ocean should look at the sky. Always look at the sky. So, now, what should you look for in the sky if you went out into the ocean? Get ready. Yeah, green clouds or storm clouds to see if a storm is coming, right? And you continue reading. Umu knew that as soon as you spotted a green cloud, you should get to shore immediately. Even if that cloud seemed to be many miles away, you should not wait. The cloud would move in very fast, and when it did, it would bring terrible winds and rain. Umu had seen green clouds before. Once they came and almost destroyed Umu's tent. The winds blew so hard that they knocked down the strong posts that held up the tent. Umu remembered that she and Ula stretched out on the tent and held on to the tent post as hard as they could. If they had tried to stand up, the wind would have blown the tent into the ocean. Imagine that. How did they keep the tent from blowing away? Get ready. Yeah, by laying down on it, right? Imagine that. So I'm going to continue reading. Uma remembered those things, but as she looked up at the great cloud that had covered the sun, she realized that she and Ulak had been careless. They hadn't followed the rule about watching the sky. What had they done that was careless? Get ready. Yeah, right. They had not watched the sky in like, and they were on an ice chunk being careless. I'm going to continue reading. Suddenly, the wind tore across the ocean like a great rake. The wind made a dark path as it raced across the surface of the water. So, if you look carefully at the picture on the next page, you can see the dark place that the wind is making on the water. That place is dark because the wind is roughing up the surface of the water. What is the wind doing? Get ready. Yes, it's roughing up the surface, right? Let me continue reading. The water was smooth in front of the place where the wind touched down. Where the wind hit the water, the surface was rough with sprays of water blowing into the air. That wind will blow us north into the open water, Umu shouted. Get down, Ulak, and find something to hang on to. Everybody look at the picture. Touch the dark place where the wind is hitting the water. Very good. So, if you look at the picture, is the water smooth or rough in that place? Get ready? Yeah, it's rough, right? So touch the water near the ice chunk that Umu is on. Is that water rough or smooth? Get ready? Yeah, it's smooth, right? So now, is the wind moving the rough water toward Umu or away from Umu? Get ready? Yeah, towards Umu. If the wind is coming from the shore, which way will it push the ice chunk? Get ready? Yeah, it'll push it away from the shore or north, right? Away from the shore. So now let's continue reading. Umu and Ula got down and watched the wind moving from the shore. The wait seemed very long, but it was only a few seconds. The wind was moving about 40 miles per hour. Suddenly, the wind hit them. With a whistling sound, it hit Umu. It hit. Umu held on with one hand over the edge of the ice chunk. She stuck the other one in a hole on the surface of the chunk. The spray of the water hit them. More wind, more spray. Now bigger waves blowing and washing over the top of the ice chunk. The water was icy and the wind was blowing. The ice chunk was drifting straight north out into the ocean. And that is the end of our story for today. It left us wanting more. So, everybody, how fast was the wind blowing? Get ready. Yes, 40 miles per hour. It came from the shore. In which direction did it make the ice chunk move? Get ready. Yes, north, away from the shore, right? So look at the picture on page 93. Let's look at that picture. And it says, it shows Umu and Ulok lying down on the ice chunk. The wind is blowing from the south. Point on the picture to show which direction the wind is pushing the ice chunk. So if the wind is blowing from the south, which is here, it will move. Go ahead and move it with your finger. Yes, it will move the ice chunk north. Very good. And how did Umu hold on to the ice chunk? Get ready. Yeah, right, with one hand over the edge and the other stuck in a hole on the surface of the chunk. So now it's your turn to work on the questions from the textbook. Number your paper from 1 through 19. I want to see headings on your paper, name, date, goal, and your lesson number when you're writing the questions from the textbook. Make sure to put lesson 18. And after that, make sure you finish your workbook for lesson 18 as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Stay safe.